Just because you want to buy a house doesn't mean you should buy a house. Welcome back to Everything LA Real Estate. I am your host, Mike Babakane with Marty Mike Properties. And today I want to share an interesting conversation I had with a potential first-time buyer. They recently reached out to me and they expressed an interest of buying their first home. They have very little down payment, roughly 3.5% to 5% down payment. They have zero money saved as far as outside the down payment. They don't have an emergency fund and they live with their parents. And they said, Mike, we recently went to an open house. Another agent kind of, got us excited to buy a property because rates are coming down and it caused the fear of us missing out because we know prices are going to go back out. So basically FOMO, the fear of missing out. And they asked me, is this a good time for us to buy a house? So let's break down the reality of their situation. They were looking roughly for a purchase price of $850,000. They had about $40,000, $45,000 set aside for their down payment. However, outside of the down payment, they had no other funds. And as I mentioned earlier, they live with their parents. So here's what I informed them. Number one, I always said, have a solid savings account for life. You want to have at least 6 months of cost of living set aside besides your down payment. Two, I told them you should have an emergency fund. Life happens. Emergencies happen. Your car could break down, someone unfortunately could pass away, something could happen. You need emergency funds. So you want to have that aside from the down payment. But more importantly, I explained to them that their payments was roughly going to be around $6,200, $6,500 a month. Are they comfortable making that mortgage payment for the next 30 years, assuming they don't refinance? Husband and wife, they're both roughly making about $11,000, $12,000 net. So I explained to them that almost 50%, 55% of their income was going to go towards the mortgage payment. So I painted a picture for them, the reality of life, that yes, it's exciting to buy a home and every agent in town is going to try to pressure you to buy a home, but is it the right time for you? You don't have any savings, you don't have any emergency fund, and you're making $11,000, $12,000, your mortgage payment is going to be $6,500. What about the rest of your cost of living? So I advise them that, hey, don't rush, don't be afraid of missing out. Everyone has the right time. Save some money, collect more down payment, have an emergency fund set aside, and then work on, increasing your pay. They're W-2, so I said work on getting a pay raise, increase your monthly net, then come back and let's buy a home. Because I could have easily sold them a property, but I personally felt it didn't make sense for them long term because like I said, it's a 30-year commitment. Last thing you want to do is get into foreclosure, you fall behind on your payments, you ruin your credit. So that could harm you even more long term versus me as an agent trying to make a quick buck and sell them the property. So it's exciting to buy a home, but always make sure if it's the right time for you. So if you're interested in buying a home and you're curious, is it the right time? I'd be happy to have a consultation with you. Reach out, direct message me, comment below, subscribe to our channel. Reach out to me and we'll have a direct conversation and I'll show you the pros and cons. Does it make sense or not? And I'll let you decide what's important to you. So I'm Mike with Marty Mike Properties. This is Everything LA Real Estate. If you like this video, share it, comment below and give me a thumbs up. See you on the next video.